When you move into a new apartment or notice damage during your stay, documenting any issues is crucial. Proper documentation protects you from being held responsible for pre-existing damage and helps ensure you get your security deposit back. It also provides clear evidence if disputes arise with your landlord. In this video, we'll walk you through the essential steps to document apartment damage effectively so you can feel confident and secure in your rental experience. Let's start by understanding why thorough documentation is so important and how it can save you time, money, and stress down the line. Before you begin documenting any damage, make sure you have the right tools on hand. A smartphone or digital camera is essential for taking clear photos and videos. You'll also need a notepad or digital note-taking app to jot down details about each issue. Having a flashlight can help you inspect darker areas, like under sinks or inside closets. Finally, keep a copy of your lease agreement nearby to reference any specific requirements your landlord may have for reporting damage. With these tools ready, you'll be prepared to capture every detail accurately. Begin your documentation process by taking wide-angle photos or videos of each room in your apartment. This provides a general overview of the space and captures the overall condition before you focus on specific issues. Walk slowly through each room, making sure to include floors, walls, ceilings, and windows in your shots. This step sets the stage for more detailed documentation and helps establish a baseline for the apartment's condition at the time of your inspection. After capturing the general layout, zoom in on any areas where you notice damage. This could include cracked tiles, stained carpets, chipped paint, or broken fixtures. Take close-up photos and videos from multiple angles to clearly show the extent of the damage. Make sure your images are well lit and in focus, as blurry or dark photos may not be useful as evidence. The more detail you provide, the stronger your documentation will be if you need to reference it later. It's important to record when you documented each issue. Most smartphones and cameras automatically timestamp photos and videos, but it's a good idea to double-check. If you're using a notepad, write down the date and time next to each note. This information can be critical if there's ever a dispute about when the damage occurred or was reported. Accurate timestamps add credibility to your documentation and help establish a clear timeline. Along with photos and videos, write a brief description of each problem you find. Include details like the location, size, and nature of the damage. For example, you might note 2-inch crack in bathroom tile near the sink. Clear descriptions help ensure there's no confusion about what was documented. If possible, use a measuring tape or ruler in your photos to show the scale of the damage. This level of detail can be very helpful if you need to discuss repairs with your landlord. Don't forget to inspect all appliances and fixtures in your apartment. Test things like the stove, refrigerator, dishwasher, faucets, and light switches. If you notice any issues, such as a leaking faucet or a broken burner, document them with photos and notes. Make sure to check inside appliances for hidden problems like mold or unusual odors. Thoroughly documenting these items can help avoid disputes about their condition when you move out. Water damage can be a major issue in apartments, so pay special attention to plumbing. Look under sinks, around toilets, and near bathtubs or showers for signs of leaks, water stains, or mold. If you find any problems, take close-up photos and note the location and severity. Water damage can worsen over time, so it's important to document it as soon as you notice it. This can also help your landlord address the issue before it becomes more serious. Electrical issues can be both inconvenient and dangerous. Test every light switch and electrical outlet in your apartment to make sure they work properly. If you find outlets that don't work or lights that flicker, document these problems with photos and notes. Also, check for any exposed wires or damaged outlet covers. Reporting electrical issues promptly can help prevent accidents and ensure your living space is safe. Pest problems can be a serious concern in any apartment. During your inspection, look for signs of insects or rodents, such as droppings, chewed materials, or nests. Check inside cabinets, behind appliances, and along baseboards. If you see any evidence of pests, take clear photos and note the locations. Early documentation can help your landlord address the problem quickly and prevent it from getting worse. Doors and windows are important for security and comfort. Open and close every door and window to make sure they function properly. Look for issues like broken locks, cracked glass, or drafts. Take photos of any problems and write down their locations. Well-documented issues with doors and windows can help ensure your landlord addresses them promptly, keeping your apartment safe and energy efficient. Carefully examine all walls and ceilings for cracks, holes, stains, or peeling paint. These issues can indicate underlying problems, such as water leaks or structural damage. Take clear photos of any imperfections and note their size and location. If you notice any unusual odors or discoloration, document those as well. Thorough wall and ceiling inspections help create a complete record of your apartment's condition. Floors and carpets can show signs of wear, stains, or damage. Walk through each room and inspect the flooring closely. Look for scratches, dents, loose tiles, or carpet stains. Take photos of any issues and note their locations. If you find soft spots or uneven areas, these could indicate water damage or structural problems. Documenting floor and carpet conditions helps prevent disputes about normal wear and tear versus actual damage. Open every cabinet, closet, and storage space in your apartment. Look for signs of damage, such as broken shelves, loose hinges, or water stains. Take photos of any issues and write down their locations. Don't forget to check inside for signs of pests or mold. Well-documented storage areas help ensure you're not held responsible for pre-existing problems when you move out. If your apartment has heating or air conditioning, test these systems to make sure they work properly. Turn them on and listen for unusual noises or odors. Check vents for airflow and look for signs of leaks or water damage around units. Document any issues with photos and notes. Functional heating and cooling are essential for comfort, so it's important to report problems right away. Safety devices like smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are vital. Test each detector to make sure it's working and has fresh battery. If a detector is missing or malfunctioning, document this with a photo and note its location. Working detectors are often required by law, so reporting issues promptly can help keep you and your neighbors safe. If your apartment includes a balcony, patio, or other exterior space, inspect these areas as well. Look for damaged railings, cracked concrete, or loose tiles. Take photos of any issues and note their locations. Exterior spaces are often overlooked, but documenting their condition is just as important as the interior. If you have access to shared spaces like laundry rooms, hallways, or storage areas, inspect these as well. Look for signs of damage, cleanliness issues, or safety hazards. Take photos and notes as needed. While you may not be responsible for these areas, documenting their condition can help if you ever need to report a problem to your landlord or property manager. Once you've finished your inspection, organize your photos, videos, and notes. Create folders on your phone or computer for each room or area. Label each file clearly with the location and date. This makes it easy to find specific documentation if you need it later. Well-organized records are much more effective in supporting your case if a dispute arises. Technology can fail, so it's important to back up your documentation. Save copies of your photos and notes to a cloud storage service or an external hard drive. This ensures you won't lose your evidence if your phone or computer is lost or damaged. Having backups gives you peace of mind and guarantees your documentation is always accessible. After documenting all damage, promptly notify your landlord or property manager. Send a detailed email with your photos, videos, and notes attached. Clearly describe each issue and request repairs if necessary. Keeping communication in writing creates a record of your report and helps ensure your concerns are addressed in a timely manner. Save copies of all emails, messages, and letters you send to your landlord about apartment damage. This includes repair requests and responses. Keeping a complete record of your communication can be invaluable if you ever need to prove that you reported an issue or followed up on a repair. Digital and printed copies are both useful for your records. If your landlord agrees to make repairs, follow up to ensure the work is completed. Take before and after photos to document the repairs. If issues persist, continue to communicate in writing and keep records of all correspondence. Persistent documentation helps protect your rights as a tenant and ensures your living space remains safe and comfortable. Review your lease agreement to understand your responsibilities and your landlord's obligations regarding repairs and damage. Some leases require you to report damage within a certain time frame or use specific forms. Knowing your lease terms helps you follow the correct procedures and avoid misunderstandings. Familiarize yourself with tenant rights in your area. Laws often protect tenants from being unfairly charged for pre-existing damage or normal wear and tear. If you're unsure about your rights, consider consulting a local tenant advocacy group or legal professional. Being informed empowers you to stand up for yourself if disputes arise. When you first move in, complete a detailed inspection and document the apartment's condition. Many landlords provide a move-in checklist. Use it to guide your inspection. Submit your documentation to your landlord as soon as possible. This establishes a clear record of the apartment's state at the beginning of your tenancy. Before you move out, repeat the inspection process and document the apartment's condition. Take new photos and notes, focusing on any changes since you moved in. This helps demonstrate that you left the apartment in good condition and supports your claim for a full security deposit refund. After moving out, compare your move-in and move-out documentation. Look for any differences and be prepared to explain normal wear and tear versus actual damage. If your landlord claims you caused damage, your records can help prove your case. This comparison is a key step in protecting your security deposit. If a dispute arises over apartment damage, remain calm and professional. Present your documentation clearly and stick to the facts. Avoid emotional arguments and focus on the evidence you've collected. If necessary, seek mediation or legal advice to resolve the issue. Professionalism and thorough records are your best tools in any dispute. Modern technology makes documenting apartment damage easier than ever. Use apps to organize your photos, create digital checklists, and store your records securely. Some apps even allow you to share documentation directly with your landlord. Embracing technology streamlines the process and helps ensure nothing gets overlooked. It's important to know the difference between normal wear and tear and actual damage. Normal wear includes things like minor scuffs on walls or faded paint, which are expected over time. Damage, on the other hand, includes things like holes in walls or broken appliances. Understanding this distinction helps you document issues accurately and avoid being charged for normal use. If you pay for repairs or cleaning, keep receipts and take photos of the completed work. This documentation can help you get reimbursed or prove that you addressed an issue. Attach these records to your main documentation file for easy reference. A checklist ensures you don't miss any areas during your inspection. Use a pre-made template or create your own, listing every room and item to check. Mark off each area as you inspect it and note any issues. Consistent use of a checklist makes your documentation thorough and reliable. If you have a roommate or friend available, ask them to join your inspection. Having a witness can add credibility to your documentation. Ask them to sign your notes or appear in photos for added verification. This extra step can be helpful if disputes arise later. In addition to photos, record video walkthroughs of your apartment. Narrate as you walk, pointing out any damage or issues. Videos provide a real-time, comprehensive view of the apartment's condition and can be especially persuasive in disputes. Some damage may only be visible during certain seasons, such as leaks during heavy rain or drafts in winter. If possible, document your apartment's condition at different times of year. This helps capture issues that might otherwise go unnoticed and provides a more complete record. If you discover urgent problems, such as flooding, fire damage, or broken locks, report them to your landlord immediately. Take photos and videos as soon as it's safe. Quick action can prevent further damage and shows that you acted responsibly. Landlords can only deduct from your security deposit for actual damage, not normal wear and tear. Review your lease and local laws to understand what qualifies as a valid deduction. Your documentation can help challenge unfair charges and ensure you receive the refund you deserve. Keep your documentation for several years after moving out, in case disputes arise later. Store digital copies in multiple locations and keep important paper records in a safe place. Long-term storage ensures you're prepared for any future questions or claims. If you have renter's insurance, your documentation can help support claims for damaged or stolen property. Provide your insurance company with photos, videos, and receipts as needed. Detailed records make the claims process smoother and increase your chances of reimbursement. Always be truthful and precise in your documentation. Don't exaggerate or minimize issues. Accurate records help build trust with your landlord and strengthen your position if disputes arise. Honesty is the best policy when it comes to documenting apartment damage. If you encounter serious damage or legal issues, don't hesitate to consult professionals. This could include contractors for repair estimates or attorneys for legal advice. Professional input can help resolve complex situations and ensure your rights are protected. Don't wait until move out to document damage. Regularly inspect your apartment and update your records as needed. Promptly report new issues to your landlord. Staying proactive helps prevent small problems from becoming big ones and keeps your documentation up to date. If you share your apartment, make sure roommates and guests understand the importance of documenting and reporting damage. Encourage everyone to follow the same procedures. Teamwork helps ensure nothing is missed and everyone's interests are protected. Documenting apartment damage is a simple but powerful way to protect yourself as a tenant. By following these steps, inspecting thoroughly, taking clear photos and notes, organizing your records, and communicating with your landlord, you can avoid disputes and ensure a smooth rental experience. Remember, being proactive and detail-oriented pays off in the long run. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your apartment.